Dear Tina, may this remind you that you are never alone. Would you believe me if I told you my husband and I are considering moving back to my hometown? To the surprise of many, I am expecting, and the thought of being close to family does the heart good, especially raising children. But if you had asked me about a year ago if I'd ever move back, I would have given you a twisted face and the nicest version of a heck no. Somehow, God has a sense of humor when it comes to our heck no's because He already knows. He knew before you moved what situation you'd face. And that, to me, is so reassuring. There's no shame here. God isn't surprised. He's not standing off in the distance, arms crossed, ready to condemn you for needing to pause, reset, or even take a step back to reevaluate. What a blessing it is to have a place to return to after hardship. It's in the return that I'm learning to park in the space of gratitude. You have a home to go back to. You're hearing this from someone who has moved by faith more than once, only to learn that the lesson was simply to obey, nothing more. I moved to Charlotte 3 months before the bigger move to Texas. I lasted 1 week. I remember being on the phone with my mom and she reminded me, you have permission to change your mind. Come home. That's the beauty of free will. Being honest with ourselves about ourselves. I got it wrong. And going back home, there was peace there, joy even. I stayed those remaining months in rest before making the biggest move yet. Halfway across the country, the farthest I've ever been from my family, because God said so. And in that obedience, He brought the promise, my husband. But it did not come without patient endurance. When I moved here, I thought I was coming to attend law school at UT. That did not happen. And now I find myself standing in the hallway of transition, once again yielding to what God says with a husband and a child on the way. And I haven't had a job since September of 23, but God is sustaining us. There's no other way to explain it. I've had moments of sorrow, despair, and confusion. I found old journals and was reminded of what God has already done. I've been here before, and so have you. You can believe the lie that you wasted time, or you can park beside me in the space of gratitude and witness what God is doing to gently course correct and guide you through the valley. He promises that if we trust Him and don't lean on our own understanding, if we acknowledge Him in all of our ways, even in the steps we took in faith that turned out differently than what we expected, He will make our path straight. Only God knows why you had to go back home. Same for me. I'm learning that surrender and expectation cannot coexist in the same space. There's no backwards with God, only redirection. I'm nowhere where I thought I'd be. Change is never easy. Transitions stretch and prepare us. But if God is for us, who can be against us? So no, we will no longer believe the lies of behind or wasted. We'll trust what God is doing in the midst of our unmet expectations and lay them down at His feet to carry what He desires for us instead. Sending you all the virtual hugs I can because I've been there. For the one like me, Janae Carly.